Hello and welcome back to yet another video after a very long time on competency-based questions from the poem For Anne Gregory from the book First Flight. So let's get going. Yes, it has been a very long time and I do understand that pre-boards are about to approach and you need the chapters, all of them that are in the syllabus for these competency-based questions. So I'll try my best that you get them before your pre-boards. So let's start with the first question, which is for 40 to 50 words. Analyze the significance of the color yellow in the poem. How does it symbolize different aspects of the speaker's identity and impact the theme of love? The color yellow in the poem is like a symbol that stands for what society expects. It affects how the speaker sees herself and how she understands love. Yellow represents the attractive side of following society's rules, but it also shows how these rules can limit a person. The speaker's yellow hair becomes a visible sign of what society wants, shaping who she is. This color becomes a strong image, showing the struggle between fitting in and being true to oneself. In simple terms, yellow becomes a powerful way to talk about the clash between what society says and who someone really is. So the yellow color of the hair is, children, just symbolizing that the society wants you to be outwardly beautiful. So that is showing the outward beauty of the lady. But actually what the lady wants is something different. She wants somebody to love her from within, for her true self and not for her outward beauty. Let's go to the next question. Interpret the metaphor of honey-colored ramparts at your ear. How does this image contribute to the overall theme of the external influences on love? So, the poet uses the metaphor honey-colored ramparts at your ear to depict Anne Gregory's lovely golden hair as protective walls around her ears. This image contributes to the theme of external influences on love, suggesting that Anne's hair acts as a barrier, hiding her true self and inner beauty. The poet hints that men are attracted to Anne solely for her looks, not appreciating her personality. Anne, aware of this, contemplates changing her hair color to be loved for who she is. The metaphor also contrasts with the religious man's belief that only God can see beyond external appearances, loving Anne for her true self and not just her yellow hair. So first of all, children, you need to understand the meaning of the metaphor honey-colored ramparts at your ear. So actually the hair are being compared to the walls of, a fort. Just like a fort saves you while you are attacked, or the beauty of a kingdom is, hidden due to the wall around the kingdom. In the same way, the real beauty of Anne Gregory, that is her internal beauty, is completely hidden because of these honey-colored ramparts. So she is ready to, change the color to anything, but she wants somebody to love her for her inner self, for her true self. Let's go to the next question. What is the role of the book in the poem? The role of the book in the poem is to serve as a symbol of religious man's authority and wisdom, as well as a source of consolation and hope for the woman. The book also represents the spiritual and intellectual aspects of love as opposed to the physical and emotional ones. So over here we talk about the book that the religious man had talked about. He had mentioned that he read in one of the religious texts that only God can love you for your real self, for your inner beauty, and not for your outward appearance. So when the girl wants that somebody should love her for her inner self, she gets some consolation that at least that somebody is there, and that is God, who will love her. Next question. The yellow hair is a symbol in the poem. Briefly support the statement with reference to the poem For Anne Gregory. Anne Gregory's yellow hair serves as a symbol of her external beauty and physical appearance in the poem. The poet suggests that the young men are drawn to her, not for who she is, but for the allure of her yellow hair. Anne, acknowledging this, expresses her willingness to change her hair color to emphasize that her outer beauty is not permanent. She desires to be loved for her inner qualities, not just her hair. Despite this, the poet asserts that only God can love her for herself beyond her yellow hair, implying that human love tends to be influenced by outward appearances. Therefore, the yellow hair symbolizes the superficial and fleeting nature of human love, rooted in physical attraction rather than the genuine essence of a person. So over here, we are just looking at the symbolism of the yellow hair. Yellow hair are symbolic of the fact that that is the outward beauty, and everybody just tries to love you for your outward beauty and not your inner qualities, except God. Next question. How does the poet challenge the stereotypes and assumptions about hair colors and their meanings in the poem? So the poet dismantles stereotypes, so breaks down stereotypes and assumptions regarding hair colors and their significance in the poem, revealing their unreliability as indicators of a person's true character. The young man, deceived by Anne's yellow hair, perceives it as a symbol of beauty and charm. Yet it functions as a barrier obscuring her genuine self. Anne, discontent with her hair color, considers it a curse, attracting unwarranted attention, yet the poet suggests that it is a unique gift that sets her apart. Additionally, the religious man, misled by his text, perceives it as a proof of God's love for Anne, but it introduces doubt and uncertainty in the poet's perspective. First, let's understand the question. The question says that in earlier days, students, many times the hair color used to, be stereotyped. So if somebody had red hair, you could be a particular kind of a person. If you had golden hair, you could be a particular kind of person. Certain qualities were associated with the kind of hair. You must have heard the same for the color of eyes as well. But over here, the poet has broken those stereotypes, has dismantled those, saying that hair colors can be changed. The reality of a person is the inner beauty. So let's go to the next question. Now we move to the questions with 120 words answers. So these are going to be for 6 marks in your paper, and let's look at the first one among them. Evaluate the poem in the context of the quote, "Outer beauty pleases the eye, inner beauty captivates the heart." Mandy Hale. So let's understand the quote first. So the quote is very simple. It just says that the outer beauty is going to make your eye happy. You're going to feel happy when you look at a person who's beautiful or handsome. But the inner beauty is going to take your heart away forever. So let's look at the answer now. In the context of Mandy Hale's quote, the poem examines the interplay between outer and inner beauty, focusing on Anne Gregory's yellow hair as a symbol. The quote implies a distinction between pleasing the eye, associated with external attractiveness, and captivating the heart, connected to inner qualities. Anne's yellow hair becomes a metaphor for the superficial allure that captures the eye but fails to reach the depths of the heart. The poet explores the limitations of human perception, suggesting that societal norms and expectations often prioritize outer beauty, as seen in the preference of Anne's yellow hair. However, Anne's desire to be loved for her inner self reveals a longing for a deeper connection that transcends physical appearances. Transcends means goes beyond. The poet contrasts this with the notion that only God can truly love beyond external attributes, emphasizing the transient nature of human perceptions of beauty. Thus, the poem engages with Mandy Hale's quote by delving into the complex dynamics between outer and inner beauty and their impact on love and acceptance. So in the entire answer, we're just saying 2-3 things. One, that Anne wants to be loved for the inner beauty. Second, the world wants the outer beauty. So if you see students, when we want to, even get married, people are looking at the outer beauty first. But actually it should be the inner beauty, because the outer beauty is transient. Transient means it's going to end someday. So Anne wants that to happen. And there we see that the quote that Mandy Hale has given us is proven true. Let's go to the next question. This is a writing-based question, a diary entry. As Anne Gregory, write a diary entry in which you reflect on the theme of external and internal beauty and the difficulty of finding true love. After the format, we begin. Dear Diary, today has been a whirlwind of emotions, and I find myself reflecting on the complexities of love and beauty. It all began with the whispers about my yellow hair, a physical trait that seems to capture everyone's attention. While the compliments are flattering, I can't help but wonder if anyone truly sees beyond this external feature. So over here, Anne says that I love to get compliments about my beauty. Continuing, the quote by Mandy Hale comes to my mind. Yes, students, I've used the same quote that I used in the previous question that says that you could learn this easy quote and use it in your answers in the board exams. And it says, the quote by Mandy Hale comes to my mind. Outer beauty pleases the eye, inner beauty captivates the heart. It resonates deeply with me. I yearn for someone who appreciates not just the golden threads that cascade around my ears, but the essence of who I am beneath this external facade. In this diary entry, I contemplate the challenge of finding genuine love, a love that transcends the superficial allure of physical appearances. As I navigate through the complexities of relationships, I'm left pondering, thinking whether I can truly find someone who sees beyond my yellow hair. Someone who loves me for myself alone. The journey of self-discovery continues, and I remain hopeful that someday my heart will find the connection it seeks. So in the answer, we see Anne Gregory looking for somebody who loves her from within. By the way, students, there's a thought that came to my mind which I think I should share with you. Sometimes students happen to make a confusion while choosing the question and doing it in the board exams. For Anne, they think that Anne is Anne Frank, or Anne Frank is thought of as Anne Gregory. So be careful about that, please. They are two different characters in your syllabus. Continuing, there are these extra questions as usual for you. The following are some questions for you to practice on your own. Why does the woman say that she can dye her hair to any color she pleases? What does the religious man tell the poet? What is the tone of the poem? What is the theme of the poem? What is the significance of the title of the poem? How does the poet use imagery and figurative language in the poem? How does the poet express his own opinion and attitude towards the woman and the young man in the poem? How does the poet portray the diversity and richness of human hair colors in the poem? How does the poet use humor and irony to convey the message of the poem? So these are a few questions that you can practice on your own. If you have any trouble, as usual, you can write to me in the comment box and I'll respond. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I loved doing it. Take care, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye-bye.